the one, the only Benzion.
Good morning and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube. Iyun with Benzion. Today's daf is Benzion Gittin, daf Pei Gimel number 83. Great share for you today. Yesterday we started the last parak of Benzion Gittin, and the Mishnah talked about a case where you're megarish a woman partially. You say, I'm megarish you, but you're still going to be usher to someone else, my best friend, someone else you don't want her to marry. Does it work or not? And we concluded the right version of the machlokas. There's two versions of the machlokas, but the right version, the Mishnah at least talking about, is you say the chutz. You can marry everyone except my best friend. Is it a gerushin or not? Rabbi Elazar says it's a gerushin. The Chacham say no. Now, usually when Rabbi Elazar and the Chacham argue, the halacha is like the Chacham, especially the Chacham and Rabbi Elazar is shmusi from Beis Shammai. However, as I pointed out yesterday, I believe the machlok is Rabbi Elazar and the Chachamim. The Chachamim is really not all the Chachamim. It's really the opinion of Rabbi Meir. And Rabbi Elazar is the opinion of Eidem Asira Karsi, and Rabbi Elazar is the opinion of, Rabbi Meir is the opinion of Eidem Chasima Karsi. So Rabbi Elazar, and that machlok we paskin, it's very clear throughout Shas, throughout Mesechus Gittin. We paskin Eidem Asira Karsi. And therefore, even though the terms are not conclusive, they're not a complete krisos, it doesn't matter. The handing over the get, it's the gerusha, the maisa of gerusha, pushing the one away. It's a maisa. Gerusha is a maisa. It's not the severance of the words, the document. It's not the document severing the marriage. It's the giving it to her and pushing her away, which is severing the marriage. So even though the words aren't 100% krisos, it's okay. And that's why I think we pass them to Rabbi Elazar. And from today's daf, I have a couple more proofs that we pass them to Rabbi Elazar. It's really more of a psak here, because you should be trying to derive a psak halacha from the Gemara. The fact that the Gemara devotes the entire daf to opinions who try to offer a rebuttal to Rabbi Elazar's opinion. Right? There's 5 Tanoim, 6 opinions. Rabbi Akiva said something twice. Listed on Pei Gimel and Aleph, Pei Gimel and Beis. Rabbi Tarfon, Rabbi Yossi Aglili, Rabbi Azariah, Rabbi Akiva twice, and Rabbi Yeshua on Amud Beis. They all have their own questions in Rabbi Elazar. Why are they attacking Rabbi Elazar? The Chums say it doesn't work. The fact this is true. Whenever the Gemara talks about something at length, that means the halacha is like them. And even though, right, the Gemara says Rabbi Elazar and Azariah had a good pircha. First of all, you can't ask someone a question after they die. Rabbi Elazar and Azariah asked this question after Rabbi Elazar was dead, which Rabbi Yeshua says you can't do. And even then, the Gemara on Pei Gimel and Beis, the Gemara says, what are the Rabbanan? Rabbi Elazar says, right, Rabbi Elazar and Azariah's pircha, his question was from the word krisos. Davar HaKoris Ben Olam, the simple explanation, the pshat of the pasuk, it has to separate between the man and the woman. It's not separating, Rabbi Elazar and Azariah says, because she's still ushered to someone. When you're married, you're ushered to everybody except your husband, and now, when he's megarish, he's matzers her to everybody except this other person, so there's never a full gerish, there's never a full krisos. The Gemara says, what do the Rabbanan say to Rabbi Elazar and Azariah? Now, who's the Rabbanan? Why is it Rabbi Elazar is the Rabbanan? Now, you could say the Rabbanan and all the other Tanoim who asked on Rabbi Elazar, Rabbi Akiva, Rabbi Tarfon, Rabbi Yeshua, they all asked on Rabbi Elazar. But really, it's asking the opinion of Rabbi Elazar, and it's calling the opinion of Rabbi Elazar the Rabbanan. When you call the opinion of Rabbi Elazar the Rabbanan, that means you're paskening like him. And if you look, and the Gemara says, what do the Rabbanan say? The Gemara says, we learn it out, use the word krisos for something else, right? It has to be a tanai, which is attainable, sustainable, which is possible for her to keep. Not something that you can't drink alcohol for the rest of your life, or you can't go back to your father's house for the rest of your life. It's unattainable, it's not a valid tanai. That's not a good gerusha. This is a good gerush. And Kore's krisos, like Elizabeth already says, lo mashma lo. Torah talks in a normal fashion. You can't darshan two things. So I only have one drush. I use it for something which is unattainable, as opposed to a get which severs most of the marriage. It just leaves a little bit of the isser for one man. That's okay. So at first, them as the Rabbanan. Rabbi Elazar's opinion as the Rabbanan. And secondly, look in the Gemara, Mesechus Kedushin, I believe, on Daf Hamad Beis, the Gemara is a very similar discussion about darshan the word karis and krisos. And Rabbi Yossi Hagalili, I believe, is arguing on the Rabbanan. And the Rabbanan's opinion is karis krisos, we lo darshilu. They don't darshan that. They only have one drasha from them. So I believe that's true. Maybe I should look up the Gemara. Maybe that's Rabbi Yossi Hagalili's opinion. I'm not sure. But I believe the maskana of the Gemara over there is that karis krisos lo naf. We don't darshan two things karis krisos, which would align with the Rabbanan, which would align with the Rabbi Elazar, which would align with Eidem Asira Karsi, which would make sense. The halacha is not like the Rabbanan, even though I see in the Mishnah on Pei Beis and Aleph, it seems the Shulchan Aruch passing the Chachamim that it's aser. I believe the halacha should be like Rabbi Elazar because of it's based on the principle of Eidem Asira Karsi, and therefore it would be a valid gerushin. And based on what the Gemara says, even if she's he divorces her and she's only muteris to one man. It's not just a case where he says, you're matering you to everyone except for one person. Even if I'm matering you to only one person, that's clear from the two drushes in the Gemara brings on Pei Beis on base, even if she's only divorced from her husband, or even if she's only, the first source, she's mutter to one person. That's the Gemara says. That's the reliable source, the Gemara says, on Pei Gimel on base. She's divorced from one person, she's ushered to everybody else, it's still a good Yerush, and that should be the halacha. Hope you enjoyed today's share. See you in the next one.